Welcome back. Welcome to Smart City Kuala Lumpur 2025 here for the third day. It's been an exciting time the last 3 days. We've had, the Prime Minister here yesterday. We've had the Minister of Digital Gobin here. We've had the Minister of Housing Komeng here. It's been very exciting seeing all the discussion and all the forums going on. And I have here Dato Haji Ramli from KDEB, which is the waste management government company, right? Linked to the Selangor government, which actually handles all your waste in Selangor. Welcome, Dato.
Thank you, friend. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. Thank you for coming here to Smart City Kuala Lumpur.
I'm very happy to be here on stage with you.
Yeah, have you had a chance to have a look around?
Yeah, I've just arrived. I'm thinking to walk around the moment we finish our session today.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yep. So, all of us consume waste, right? And, we throw our waste into plastic bags, into the garbage. And who takes care of it for us? Dato. I think you have a very large fleet. How many garbage collectors vehicles do you have?
Well, at the moment we have probably close to 1,600 fleet.
Wow, wow.
Divided into rear end compactors.
Yes.
Which we got to use to collect all the domestic waste on a daily basis, 365 days.
Wow.
And probably we have another half of it. We are talking about roll-on, roll-off lorry.
Yes.
Just to collect the public cleansing and bulky waste.
Wow, that's a lot.
We are probably the biggest company.
Yes.
When we talk about waste management who have this size of fleet.
Fantastic. And approximately how many tons of waste do you collect on say, a daily basis?
Right. Let me tell you something. Because Selangor is the most populated state in the whole country. We are talking about Selangor population now. Probably about close to 7.3 to 7.5 million people.
Right.
So if by virtue, if you go, every single people are going to generate 1.2, 1.1 kilogram per day. Now we are talking about domestic waste, nothing less than 7,500 ton per day.
Wow.
And also with 3,000 ton of bulky waste and public cleansing waste. If you mix it, going to be like 10,000 ton.
That's a lot of material.
That is a lot.
Yeah, to collect and to move every day. So yes, congratulations.
Indeed. Thank you very much. I mean, I believe not many people wanted to do this job. Yeah. But somebody has got to take this responsibility.
Definitely.
I mean, we are owned 100% by MBI, by the state government anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So it is our role and responsibility to ensure that whatever waste we generated, it can be collected, transported, and disposed at the approved site.
Fantastic. And I understand you've been doing this for 19 years,
19
you mentioned
years,
here. That's a very long time.
Yeah. I'm probably one of the longest beginner guy who deal with waste management.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Dato, we are here talking about smart cities.
Yep.
We're talking about how technology is coming into the cities that we live in, and trying to make the cities better.
Okay.
Right? Can you tell us a little bit about, you've had such a 19 years of experience, but going forward, how do you see technology playing a role in waste management in your industry?
Well, I believe whatever we do in life, Prema, we must have that sense of something new and change. We cannot run away with the change. Change is imminent. Even in this industry, where many years ago, people were talking about, oh, it's waste management. It is a dirty business. It's run by local council, by PBT, and people are not interested in it. What they do, people dump the waste, somebody is going to collect the waste and take it away. That's it. That was probably 10, 20 years ago.
Okay.
But I strongly believe that whatever we do in life, there must be a way to improve.
Definitely.
Whatever we do.
Yes.
For example, even in this circle, we have found out the way to transform the industry to become even a better industry, to be more accepted, to be more cleaner, to be much easier, more efficient, by putting up a lot of smart device technology, AI, IoT, and whatsoever. I give you a simple example. Those days, when people complaining their waste not being collected, they don't know how to complain. What they do, they pick up the phone and call the local council. Just telling the local council, look, PBT, my name is so and so, waste not being collected. And this guy at local council, for example, those days, they okay, we will check. But there is no alibi that to tell the complainant that waste is being collected or there is a miscollection.
Sure.
But today, with the same vehicle in KDEB have invested, we have fitted a device called vehicle monitoring system.
Okay.
So if we have 1,500 trucks, lorry moving around, it can be detected via satellite. GPS, and we know what time they start early in the morning and what time they pass through any single road in USJ, in PJ, in Shah Alam, what time. If they gonna miss it. So if this complainant call our command center, we can check at the system that the lorry has just passed to his house, but probably the lorry passed earlier than they put out the way. But it's okay. If they call, then we have identified the root cause of the problem. We're going to send our people team and just do small collection and settle it. That's very simple.
Fantastic. So your monitoring, vehicle monitoring system actually monitors exactly where they go.
Indeed.
And where they have completed in that street, etc.
Yes. So this is the new thing that we have found out since we want to deploy the technology in our industry. I mean, it is no longer a simple just collect and dump it in the landfill. So we are in pretty much control of our lorry. Then we can, we can give an alibi to the complainant so that there will be a good answer to tell the taxpayer.
Fantastic.
This is one of the examples.
Fantastic. So if we can take waste as kind of like a supply chain, right? So you've got the waste generated at homes, in parks, on streets. So on one hand, I suppose the challenge is how do you reduce that waste being generated, right? And then of course you have the waste collection where you just gave us an example of the vehicle monitoring system. And then you have the waste disposal or at the end of it, right? What do you do at the end of it? Whether it's recycling or landfill. Can you tell us a little bit, maybe at either the collection side or at the end side, how are you kind of improving efficiencies across the entire supply chain?
All right. Now, we're going to divide the whole ecosystem into two. One is the waste collection. Then we have to transport it. And then that's the first part. Then the third part probably to dispose it. Now, when we want to collect, there is a way to do it. We're going to make sure that we cannot leave not even a single house based on the schedule which has been agreed by local council with us. The frequency must be right. The way we collect also must be right. It has to be collected via using a proper transport, lorry, compactor, Roro,
whatsoever. Dirty the street, etc.
Indeed. And then we have to transport it. And then we have to dispose it. Now what we do in Selangor, we only run this business, we collect it, we send to the approved landfill. But having a landfill for many years, Prem, it is very, very taxing for the government because you have to have like 100 to 150 acres of land.
Big land.
Just to be ready to become a landfill. And after 7 years to 9 years, for the rate of waste to be generated in Selangor, this landfill will be filled up with waste. Once it's been filled up, you have to shut it down. There's nothing you can do with all this mountain of trash. So there probably, I've seen methane gas, there's where leachate need to be treated, and you have to allow this process of treatment probably will take between 10 to 20 years. There's nothing much you can do, unless you do the landfill mining. So along the line, when you talk about collection, transport and disposal, there is a cost to it. The cost of having a big landfill and you let it go, then you're missing the opportunity to make a new development. That probably gross domestic value will be probably few hundred millions. You shut it down, you got to open another landfill, another 100 to 150 acres of land.
Lots of land,
and you will keep running the same thing. So that is why it is very important for us. Now we are talking about smart city, the new technology, the new idea. We have to find way on how to find the substitute of landfill. For example, state government through our associate company worldwide, they are building this fantastic waste to energy plant in Jeram, which I believe will be ready soon, maybe in 1 month, 2 months. So KDEB collect it. Now we don't send to the landfill, we send to this fantastic waste to energy plant, which we run. We have to change the mentality of the people that people used to call it an incinerator. Now apparently this is the plant that can process this waste. We probably have to go up to 800 degree combustion, and then it will produce heat. This heat will boil the water. Water will
produce the energy.
We team up to the turbine, produce steam, then steam, and then we produce the energy, and then can pump back to the plant. And also we can sell back to the grid, to TMB. And 90% of the waste gone
Yeah.
Only 10% residual will end up at the landfill.
Very
If you
much
look,
reduced.
90%, that means we can extend the landfill. If normally 7 to 8 years, you time 9, they're probably about another 60 over years.
Very long, very long.
So,
So yeah, there has been some questions and resistance sometimes, right?
yep.
I know there's been a projects called for, and then the community has resistance. So it's kind of like not in my backyard. They
Okay,
don't mind the technology,
maybe, yeah.
but obviously they always say not in my backyard,
Yes,
right? How do we overcome this? How do we deal with these sort of community concerns?
Well, I think at the moment we have to look at the world is changing when it comes to disposal of this domestic waste. If you Google, Prem, now they probably have, in the span of 5 years, I've been tracking the numbers of waste to energy plant in the whole world. There have been increase of almost now 2,700 to 3,000 of waste to energy plant.
Wow.
In between 5 to 10 years.
Very fast.
Very fast. That kind of development that we are talking about of this new fantastic WTE. Even our neighboring countries, Singapore, running at 4 plants. Now they are building one of the biggest, probably about 4,500 ton per day in Singapore in Tuas.
Wow.
And people don't see it because people never been able to have a site visit to see the real plant.
Right.
Everywhere you go, in Europe, in America, in Japan, in China, what more in China? China, I believe they probably have almost 1,000 of this WTE plant. It is safe. Of course, upfront capital expenditure is quite costly, but for the long run, for sustainability, for better way of life, you're gonna see fantastic. They've been building plant in Europe, right in the middle of the city.
Right.
Which across the road in Zurich is a Mercedes-Benz showroom. Next to is a public school, and people don't complain. They're building plant in Heathrow, about 2 kilometers from the Heathrow airport. Even the chimney is not going to give a problem to any plane that wanted to take off or even landing at Heathrow. It's not a problem. They're building the plant right in the middle, in big city, in Vienna, in Munich, in London, in Sweden, in Denmark. It's not a problem.
Are these the same size of plants that you're proposing, or is it that some ones in the cities are smaller than what you're
Well, it
proposing?
depends, right? Some city they want to build a very nice, small, sleek plant. Some city they want to have a middle range of plant, but the one that we are proposing is be able to produce to process 2,400 ton per day, which is nothing. So half of what Singapore is building.
Wow.
The one in Dubai 4,500. The one in Dubai, the one in Istanbul 4,500 ton. The one in Chongqing, the third largest city in China, 4,500 ton.
Yours is more medium, not even the top.
Yes,
not even the large one.
Well, I think the problem is people don't really alert and aware about the ability of this WTE. Rather than they read probably halfway, but they should purely understand that the concept of investment for long run, for sustainability, this is probably one of the best solutions that I ever thought.
Great. So that's fantastic. I think it's very good to know these changes ahead. What about on the creation of garbage? Is there incentive or motivation to do more separation so there can be more recycled, so that even less garbage actually end up,
Okay, this is very interesting. Let me tell you something. From many years until today, people has wrongly viewed garbage is waste. Waste is dirty, but to us, waste is not dirty, but waste is money. Now our job is to change the people mindset that this waste can generate income. I tell you what, during COVID, people are stuck at home, at office. A lot of people has been dismissed. They got no job, but some people they take that opportunity to go every single house, every single industrial, commercial institution, shop lots, and taking up this rubbish. They try to find anything that can be recycled, reused, that can be sold to a lot of buyers. We are talking about plastic, papers, aluminium, e-waste.
So you can actually make money from the waste.
Can make money, amazing, I mean, for the past 2 months, 3 months, if you look at the numbers of raid which has been done by the government to a certain part of places in Malaysia, to illegal factory who brought in e-waste and they process it and they've been evading tax, few hundred million, and it is a big business. We are talking about is free money. If you want to do it, recycle, we can reuse, we can recycle this way. There are a lot of companies are looking forward to buy recycled products that can be produced into another byproduct.
Yes.
That will cheap raw material, and we are not going to produce a new material.
You call it upcycling, right?
Upcycling,
That's
indeed.
right. That's right. That's fantastic.
Yep.
So, Dato, I think that was really interesting. I think you've talked a little bit about what KDB does for the state, and then changes, where the supply is being created, as well as how it could be managed in future using waste to energy plants. Right? So I think that's really interesting. I think this definitely feeds into making our cities more smarter,
indeed,
and that sense more healthier, and more safer for everybody. So thank you so much for joining us
today.
You,
Prem.
I hope our audience has enjoyed, what Dato Ramli has explained, and can then appreciate the role that KDEB plays in the state of Selangor. And I'm sure we're seeing something similar all over the country today. And we look forward to changes and the new WT coming on board.
Prem. My last word, Prem, I would like to tell everyone.
Yes.
These wastes are coming from us.
Yes.
We generate the waste,
Yes.
It is our responsibility to take care of the waste and also the world, the earth. And we have to change our mindset. This way is not dirty, but way is money. But together, the government, the practitioner, the people, taxpayer, we should be able to take care of this country, and together we can keep the Malaysia clean.
That's a very nice ending. Thank you so much,
Dato.
Dato.
Thank you so much, friend.
Please enjoy your time here.
Thank you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You had a good time?
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Okay, we're off.